The core of the TiVo Research platform is matching technology that lets us take different streams of passively collected behavioral data and match those together at currently the household level, and eventually we may push that all the way down to the individual level. And so I think the answer to how you address the massive proliferation is basically one device or set of devices at a time. So we started with television, and we're now appending to that same single source household level data feed digital exposure data from several different sources. That's mostly coming from browser-based measurement. But the same platform could be used to match together data from app data, or we're looking at deploying meters to pick up mobile and out-of-home usage, and pulling those all together back to the core single source platform is what lets us has put us on the road to broader media coverage. So really our product has been designed ground up as a single source measurement product, and the core initial functionality was designed primarily for CPG brands where literally we're appending behavioral data from TV, passively collected TV data, to product purchase data at the household levels. So what we've done with the cross-media single source product is extend that capability to also include digital data, which provides cross-media reach and frequency at the household level, appended to demographic and purchase data, and even potentially to brands' own first-party data. So it's a solution really that provides the full spectrum of data you need to do, for example, attribution modeling, or to do optimal frequency calculations. Really the biggest challenge in single source is none of the individual pieces are incredibly difficult in and of themselves. It's just a really tedious, complex ball of matching that you have to execute to get everything to work out right. So I think probably the toughest thing is the operational challenges of just keeping all the data in sync and being able to generate accurate and consistent results. Well, one of our largest clients is a large CPG company, Procter & Gamble, and they use our tools to optimize their ad buys, which are basically made mostly in the upfront, across all of their different brands. And what they mostly look at is how their different brands index against different programs, networks, day parts that they've purchased, and then allocate their creative and their inventory to the different brands based on where the prevalence of those brands is the richest in terms of purchaser targeting. And I think that is probably the most compelling case for what we're doing in CPG. But the same holds true, for example, in financial services, where we've worked with a couple of insurance companies, for example, who are now doing a ton of television advertising. And what they're able to do, because one of their important metrics is website visits to request a quote, is we can get direct attribution from their television advertising to find what's the optimal frequency to get someone to actually come to the website and quote or buy. So we're just trying to extend that as we expand the platform to different kinds of data and different kinds of clients. TiVo Research has, we're rapidly expanding into the cross-media space, and one of the things coming down the pipeline in the next few months is an expansion of our PowerWatch panel. We've got a panel of about 30,000 TiVo subscribers who we survey monthly and can combine their responses to an attitudinal survey with their viewership and other data sources that we've got. We're expanding that to become a true cross-media metered measurement panel, deploying some technology that will take those panel respondents and actually sort of turn them into cross-media meters. And so we're really excited about that. We're also working on a couple of interesting partnerships around video on demand, which we see as sort of one of the emerging platforms, especially as we go to dynamically inserted advertising. That's sort of a big measurement gap we saw on the Nielsen panel this morning. That it's an area where nobody has really stepped up to answer that challenge, and we think we have a pretty clever solution in that space as well. And then the final thing, and we've been doing this sort of for many years, is TiVo, prior to the acquisition of TRA, which became TiVo Research, has done a lot of viewership insight stories, and we've really started to crank that back up. So we've commissioned original research on millennials' TV viewing habits and their attitudes toward next generation platforms. We do top moments analysis of the most rewound moments of the Super Bowl, of the Olympics, of the Oscars, of the Emmys. And we're really trying to use that very detailed and granular information that we've got about how people navigate television, both in terms of within an individual program, fast forward, skip, rewind, and also how they manage their portfolio of shows in an environment where they have live programming and broadcasting cable, they've got over the air, they've got over the top, they are able to interact with YouTube all within the TiVo box. And so we're trying to learn as much as we can about people that way.